Welcome to Boy Time Podcast. We're gonna get litty time, yeah. Oh, it's your Boy Time Podcast. Coming in with the slam dunk of a theme song.
Hi ho ho, it's me, Lil Yachty, back at it again with another episode of the Boy Time Podcast, and as always, I'm joined by Babby and Paul.
Hello.
Haha.
I feel like it's been a minute since we've done podcast, but I don't think we skipped last week, did we?
Nope.
Okay.
No.
I guess it's just been a long week. For me, anyways.
Yeah, I'd say the same for me.
I had some technical difficulties that I worked out.
Oh, yeah.
Back on the computer. We're back streaming. So, you can check that out if you're a fan of self-promotion. The links are in the description.
It's not our fault we missed
Don't
the
self-promote
one
on our
stream,
channel, so I'll
please.
bop you.
You're going to bop me for self-promoting our streams?
No. Don't come on our stream and self-promote. I'll bop you.
Oh, no, I was doing a joke.
Bippity bop.
And I started a job working at the flipping dining center at my college. So, we
Making
out
the
here.
big bucks.
Not really, but, I'm doing it for the honor of it all,
How much is the honor paying you?
Depends on how much I work.
Oh, I mean, obviously, yeah, but...
No, the rate changes.
No, like the rate
depends
changes,
Oh.
which is really stupid.
I agree. But I think generally I'm getting paid like $9.50, which is like nothing.
That's like, well, we got paid at Jimmy John's, and that was not worth it.
No. But as I said, I'm doing it for the honor of it all, so...
Can you pay $9.50? There's no honor in that.
There's honor in everything. Except I did do a funny oopsie-doopsie, and luckily I was able to dig myself out of it today because the management over there is not how you say very good. So,
Yes.
I have to wear this chef's coat for my uniform, so I get to look like a real epic chef. I look like Gordon Ramsay or something silly.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but we also have to wear these name tags, so I pinned my name tag on my coat, but, I don't own the coat. I just go to the locker room before my shift and get changed, and then they have like a hamper or something that you can put your used coats in. But oopsie doopsie, last night on my first shift, I didn't take my name tag off of the coat, and so like I got home and I sent him an email. I just because there's one email for the entire dining hall. I was just like, hey, I left the thing on my coat. I can come by and pick it up before my shift or whatever. I never got an email from him. So, yeah, communication has been super spotty, and I don't really know how to reach out to anybody yet. So I'm basically been on my own. But before my shift, I was like gonna do some like snooping around, and I went into the laundry room, and luckily there was nobody there. And then I found my name tag just around. So I'm like, awesome, I found it. And now it's like I didn't even lose it at all. And then tonight was stir fry night, so that was pretty funny.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was pretty fun, I guess.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's nothing really exciting there. Just been a couple shifts, closed the thing yesterday, and then did like dinner hour today. Now I'm off for the weekend, so I'll be able to epically stream. And I have every Saturday off, so streamings is still a go, and I think I have every Tuesday off too. So
Ooh.
I'm in the clear for everything. So we out here, I feel like I had something that I was going to talk about on the podcast. But I don't remember what it was.
Podcast.
Oh, it's just a short little anecdote, so it's not really anything super crazy. But you know, most of my classes that I'm doing are over Zoom, and for my writing class, we were kind of like, we have to do this interview where we interview someone in our lives and then write like a narrative essay about them. So we were doing these like mock interviews on just like random people, because you know Zoom has this feature where you can do like breakout rooms. So we did one, and it was just one other person, and I started out, and the guy we were just kind of like, and like, you know, asking like basic questions. So like, what do you do for fun? Like what's
Your mom.
your dad? So the guy responded, and he was like, "Oh, I like to go to a gym, but I've been playing a lot of Escape from Tarkov recently." And I'm like, "Oh, a fellow gamer. Okay, well, we'll be able to connect about this." And
Not with
so,
Tarkov.
huh?
Not with Tarkov, you ain't.
No, but you know.
Gotta try.
I just figured he was like, okay, we have a similar hobby. If I bring up something in my like response, then maybe we can start a conversation. That's what the whole thing is supposed to be, and this guy wasn't really giving me very much.
Yeah.
So when it was like my turn, he was just like, what's something that you do for fun? I'm like, well, right now I've been playing Spider-Man on the PS4, and he was like, oh, a console gamer, and that was
Dude.
yeah.
That's where it ended.
I'm like, awesome.
Now I know why he said he plays Tarkov.
Yeah, like okay. I don't know
It's like
anything
a-
about that game.
It's like a hyper-realistic military simulator. So you get all of the PC elitists and FPS gamers that'll go into anybody's chat and be like, "I'm better than you, haha."
Is it like an inferior version of Arma? I'm guessing.
It's
'Cause
kind of like
Arma's
Arma,
like
yeah.
incredibly like.
Yeah, it's pretty much
It
like
took me
Arma.
5 hours to figure out how to fly a helicopter, and
Yeah.
even then I just gave up.
Yeah, it's like not even fun to the point where it's like you have to read a manual on how to load a gun.
Boo. I don't like that.
Yeah.
He said there was a steep learning curve,
Yes.
but
I like to have fun in my video games personally.
yeah. Also, I was just a little bit frustrated because it's like really, like I never met someone who was like PC Master Race, because
Yeah. At least not like face to face or screen to screen, I guess.
yeah, I don't know. It just rubbed me the wrong way. It's like, you're really
I
gonna be
do it as a
elitist.
joke, but like,
Yeah, it's like, okay, it's all the same thing. It's just a different platform.
yeah.
But you just preference.
Should have told him you spent 4 hours putting a heat sink in. I would have got him.
I should have said that. I think, yeah, that was the day before, like the day after I did that too. It's like, I said, hey, I'm on my PC right now. I lied. And I was like, I just bought this old busted like PS4 on eBay. Just figured I'd get caught up on that generation's kind of stuff. And he seemed to be like, oh, okay. So that's a
Don't
lesson.
bend to these elitist morons.
I listen, it was me and him in a Zoom call, and we
Yeah.
still had like 3 questions. I'm just gonna listen. Lying can get you out of almost every situation.
Oh yeah, it's true. It's true.
That's what I've learned, which maybe isn't the best thing to learn, but I use it too much. So
Hey, it's good to be a little deceitful. It can get you places.
right,
Not even deceitful. It just gets you out of like situations you don't want to be in. That's
Yeah.
harmless. So
I wasn't saying anything.
if you're intentionally lying to get out of like stuff that's important, then that's different. But
Uh,
this is literally meaningless.
My dog
Yeah.
ate my homework.
Never done that. But yeah, that was pretty epic. That was my little anecdote.
Nice.
So, you know, pretty cool,
Pretty anecdotal, I'd say.
I would say.
Anecdotal.
Well, I mean, something that literally just happened is me and Babby just finished Adventure Time.
Oh,
Main series, not the
The
two.
main series. If you haven't watched Distant Lands yet, we'll watch that over the next couple days because they aren't all out yet, and there's only 2. So add that to the list of TV shows that we
Technically
are ongoing. So, what did you think?
I mean, there's been literally like not a quality drop off. So
I would say it got better.
yeah, I think
ooh.
probably in my top 5 animated shows, maybe even
Yeah.
top 3. I need to go back and I think we're getting Hulu soon. I want to go back and watch like the first episodes because it's been like literally 10 years at this point almost.
Yeah, it's
I've
like
watched
so
those.
different.
So I kind of forget certain stuff. But-
Yeah. Well, we kind of started like in the middle.
Yeah, we started directly in the middle.
Yeah. Which is fine. I mean, it was where I left off because I did like. Man, did we start in like season 4?
We started in season 5.
Season 5. Okay, so
If we would have started at the beginning again, we'd only be like halfway through the series right now.
Yeah, because like seasons 3 and 4 have like 60 episodes in them. No, I watched like up to like season 5 like a couple months ago. But Babby still had like 2 seasons on me, so we just like started where I left off and then kept going. But yeah, it was a little bit more fresh, but some of those like reoccurring characters that showed up towards the end, I don't know, is this like spoiler zone territory?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Spoiler.
I mean, like, the show is like not super old. I guess it ended like
2018, I think.
yeah, so I guess yeah, spoiler zone. But like some of the reoccurring characters like that showed up at the very end that I had forgotten about, like flipping Ricardo showed up like in the second to the last episode, and he hadn't been in there since like season 2.
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
Yeah, I forgot about a lot of those. That's why I'm like, I need to go back and watch like the first episodes again because it's been like so long.
I think like
Watching them on my old TV, like when they were actually coming out. And I haven't
yeah.
watched any since. So
I think the only stuff I had seen of it was when Netflix was just the DVDs. I think I got the first season on DVD.
Nice.
Like when that was still a thing. So I had seen that, but then after that it was all new. And I think it changed a lot over the, I mean, obviously.
well, yeah.
From like the, how long was it? Like 8 years?
It's got to be 8 or 10
Well,
years.
there's 10 years, 10 seasons. I remember when that came out too. I was this is gonna sound super nerdy or not, whatever. I was like, when it was coming out, I was in elementary school and I was like, man, this is like so epic. There's a new cartoon that I know literally nothing about, but I want to learn the theme song so I can sing along in the first episode. And the theme song is like nothing. I mean, there's like, I don't know, like 4 lines. But yeah, it came out in 2010, so I guess I would have been in like 4th, 5th grade, something like that. I don't know. I don't know how to do math.
Something like that.
Yeah. So, overall, it was pretty good. And I can't believe that there was a lesbian thing in the kids' show. I'm angry.
Whoa.
I'm angry.
Wait.
I always seem to put them at the end, except this one made a lot more sense than like Cora did.
Yeah. Well, this one was like, what's
It's literally
interesting.
like half a decade of tension, so like, you know, it makes complete sense. But I mean, yeah, this is probably one of the best shows when it comes to just being like a good show without doing anything like cringy to the point where it's like, hey, I want to be inclusive. It's like Pendleton from the start was like, yep, this show is just literally everything.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing feels off or awkward.
What's cool about it too is like that was like such a big thing when the finale happened, was like, holy crap, Marceline and Bubblegum are like kissy kissy. And I don't know, someone's knocking on the hallway. I don't think it's my door. Anyways,
Oh,
there was that was such a big thing when it happened that like I heard about it and I hadn't even like, you know, I wasn't watching the show. But the cool thing is that since I've started watching it after I heard that, it had been hinted throughout the entire show
Yeah, the
that it was
entire
like
show.
that. And like I don't know if it was just like, I mean 2010 like things weren't great. I mean like like, you know, gay people couldn't even get married or any of that kind of stuff. So like the public eye of like LGBT stuff was, you know, pretty limited. So it was cool to see it hinted, and it's kind of like forward thinking of them to include something like that in a kids show.
I mean, it's rated TV PG, so it's not like a kid show.
I mean,
This is rated
yeah.
the same as regular show. It's just a lot different tone wise. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I feel like it's an underrated series, even though like it's talked about a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's still kind of underrated, just because of how dang good it is, and it like 10 seasons through like hundreds of episodes. You don't have a falling off point.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's pretty unheard of, just in general. Even SpongeBob had a falling off point within its like 10-year run.
And it was pretty soon after the
Its
beginning
prime
of it.
10-year run. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the thing that changed though, and this can be seen as a positive or a negative, depending on who you are. I know some people like the episodic stuff, and some people don't like it. But it definitely shifted into more of an episodic thing to the point where there were multiple 8-part episodes,
Yeah.
which I'm not complaining about because those are some of the best episodes in the show.
Sure.
But I know some people who like cartoons where it's like, you know, it's the same setup, but it's like the same cast of characters getting into different antics every time. And no matter what happens in the show, you know, you can always just come back the next day and it'll be something different. Like that's what like SpongeBob is, and like even something like Flapjack or like good shows, like, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But this one shifted. Like I think in the first couple seasons, it's definitely more of that episodic. What kind of adventures are Finn and Jake going to be getting into this time? What, you know, we have these different like, ooh, what's gonna go on in the slime kingdom or like whatever that stuff. But then, you know, towards the middle of it, it was like stuff mattered and stuff changed, and like there were callbacks to like episodes that were like 2 seasons like ago.
Didn't they literally fight the devil in the first season though?
I don't know if they. I don't
I don't remember what
remember.
season that was. I remember seeing that as a child. I'm like, okay, this is interesting. They just like walk down like this bubblegum area, and then they just go down like a dark subway, and there's just like a little like literal like demon. Like, okay.
I don't remember. Maybe.
It was one of the first seasons. I don't remember which one, but
Hmm.
I think they found the perfect balance, because those seasons with like the 8-part episodes, that would take care of a majority of like the episodic progression of that season.
Mm-hmm.
And then the rest of the episodes would be mostly just, you know, normal cartoon stuff. But they also do like a little like, here's a little story progression in those episodes, just to keep those people like happy. It's like a little tiny thing they put in there, but it progresses it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't make a big deal about it either. It just kind of happens.
Yeah. It's true. Man, it's a good show.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I mean, it's weird that like a 10-season show can be regarded this high, because like Gravity Falls is regarded so high, but it's a 2 like season show,
yeah.
and it's like a perfect length. But this one I feel like is also a perfect length, but it has 10 seasons. So
I think, well, yeah, I don't know. It's so, I think Pendleton is such a genius when it comes to that. And he
Yeah.
knew how to like spice it up. Because like, I don't think Gravity Falls ever stagnated, but I could
but
see
season
the
2 was
format.
phenomenally better than season 1.
Right. Like I could see them running out of stuff to do. Not that Alex Hirsch isn't incredibly talented and could keep it going for 10 seasons, but there isn't a whole lot to do. It's set in that time frame of a summer break in, you know, so there's that kind of like limitation to it, which isn't necessarily a bad thing because, you know,
I went 2 seasons, so it's,
yeah. And Avatar did the same thing. Like, it's going to happen. Sozin's Comet is going to happen in 90 days or whatever. And then that's when the show is going to end. And then it did until they brought it back, kind of. But that's, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
You can introduce a root beer character for one episode and then, like, call back to him 2 seasons later, and it'd be, like, one of the best episodes, and then it's just done.
Man, I love
like, you can really take literally any character that you could create, and then people would be intrigued because your writing is so good.
Yeah, and like to that end, like some of the best episodes don't even have the main characters in them.
Yeah.
Like that root beer guy episode is probably one of my favorites, and it's just like a
Just like a
noir
detective.
Yeah, it's like okay, and then he dies, and it's the saddest moment in the whole show.
And then they just glaze over it. It's like one frame and he's just dead for like 2 seasons, and then they're like, okay, we'll revive this guy.
We'll bring him back, and now he's like dirt guy.
Yeah.
I miss him.
Dirt guy.
Dirt guy.
He was the only one willing to put down his life for the law.
It's true.
He even got poor, I guess.
I mean, he died, so
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a class system.
I mean, you get poor when you're dead. You know, like you lose all your money.
that is
So
true.
not wrong,
You can make people poor when
but
you die.
needed it where
Caskets
it
ain't
did.
cheap.
That's true.
I don't know if the Candy Kingdom has class systems.
I don't know.
I mean, it has kingdom in the name. It probably does.
Everybody's stupid,
Yeah.
which is what was established in the last season.
I don't think medieval peasants were very smart either. So,
Oh, they were like,
I mean, literally didn't have education other than whatever your
Oh,
dad
yeah.
taught you. So,
yeah, but like in the show, like they're like literally like dumb, like because Bubblegum makes them with like this potion that like mentally stunts them, so they never rise up against them or rise up against her. So
I think she might be the actual bad guy.
Except for her wingman, who's like a master in dark magic.
yeah,
That's the exception there.
yeah. There's a lot of like Princess Bubblegum does a lot of things that are morally gray in the show.
That's like one of my favorite like dynamics of the entire thing. Was like Kingdom being so funny, and then it's just like she's like possibly a warlord and like ethically unstable, but it's
Yeah.
also funny.
Although, what I will give her is that when the Candy Kingdom tried to establish a democracy, she didn't steamroll them and, like, you know,
That's
say,
true,
this isn't a democracy. She stepped down from office for, like, a couple episodes.
That's how the entire city exploded.
Yeah.
And there was an 8-part episode, or there was an 8-part series when that happened.
Mm-hmm.
And the main goal of the series was not even that. The guy just died like in episode 5 of the series, and it was just glanced over. And then that just solved that as like a secondary plot.
Yeah.
Like, all right, this is
Right,
great.
But, yeah, she was, I don't know, she's like a freaking, like, communist, like, Chinese, like, surveillance kind of thing where she has, like, bugs in everybody's houses, and like even in like the Fire Kingdom or whatever, she is like, it's like that's not even your country or kingdom. I don't know. It's pretty silly.
I don't know. Yeah, it's interesting.
But she's dating a super hot vampire chick.
Yeah.
So I guess you could say I'm pretty jealous.
I'm glad they chose the 3 best characters for the first 2 shorts, though.
Yeah. Well, okay. So, well, they aren't shorts. They're pretty much like,
Well,
they are feature length technically.
Yeah.
Because, fun fact, I think I don't know what like guild or whatever, like if it's Screenwriters Guild or whatever, but they consider feature length to be 35 minutes, which if I ever saw a movie that was 35 minutes, then I would, like, I don't know, die. But yeah, so technically they are little features, little short movies, I guess. But the
Little
first two are BMO and Marceline and Princess Bubblegum. And then the third one, which I'm not sure how they're going to do this now that I've seen the finale, but the third one is Ice King. So I don't know if that's Ice King or Simon, but that's just what it says, is that it's Ice King. And then the fourth one is Finn and Jake. So they end with the main
That'll close
characters.
the entire series.
Right.
Probably forever.
I don't know if Pendleton Ward is planning on doing anymore. I don't know what his plans are after this, because he's been doing this forever.
Yeah.
But, well, it's funny, like, he went, like, straight from Flapjack to doing this. So, like...
Yeah, the dude hasn't missed yet, so...
No. Oh,
Maybe
wait.
he doesn't want to miss, so he's gonna get on out.
Wait, this was in... Oh, this was a year ago. Pendleton Ward is making a new adult animated series, The Midnight Gospel, on Netflix.
He's taking the Quintel route.
Yeah, I would like to see it. Oh,
I would too.
Yeah, that is, that's the same style.
Nice.
The show is going to be 8 episodes long and is set in a fantastical universe using interview clips from Duncan Trussell's podcast, Duncan Trussell Family Hour.
I love Duncan Trussell Family Hour.
Oh no, it's the same. This might not be good.
Uh-oh.
Titmouse, the animation production company that created Netflix's Big Mouth, will be producing The Midnight Gospel.
Oh,
Don't give me that animation style.
Don't
do it.
It says it
Adventure
came.
Time was one of the prettiest shows I've ever seen, and then you don't take the Big Mouth style.
Please, it's the ugliest show.
Yeah.
Oh, it's already out.
Well, I guess we can see if they took it.
No, it looks weird, but it doesn't look like Big Mouth. It looks like Adventure Time, kind of. I don't know.
I mean, if it's Pendleton doing it, then it'll be reminiscent of it, but...
Yeah, I guess, like, Adventure Time adjacent. But it's on Netflix. So...
Interesting.
I guess we'll add it to the list. I don't know.
How long is the list?
Very short. We have 3 things.
Oh.
We have Mr. Robot, BoJack Horseman, and Fargo. So
That'll keep us busy for like 4 months, probably, or 3 months or something. I don't know.
yeah, I think Mr. Robot will probably tide us over for a month because there's like 4 seasons. Each one has 10 episodes and they're all an hour long. So that one will be heavy. BoJack only has 3 seasons, and I've been told that the first season is slow and it's all introducing characters like what Gravity Falls did, but then it goes hard in the second and third season.
If it's still entertaining like Gravity Falls was, then I'm good.
Yeah. So just keep that in mind going forward. And I'm super excited to watch Fargo again. I really flipping loved that show. I've only seen the first season, but I've heard that each one is great because all the seasons are different. Or they're set in different time periods and they have different characters. But they all like intertwine with each other. So like you'll find like one in the... So like the first one happens like right after the movie, but then the second one happens in like the 80s, and so then there's going to be like nods to like what happens in the movie and what happens in the first season and the second season. I'm like, man, that's going to be so flipping awesome. So I guess you could say we're Netflix is auto playing. I hate.
I guess you could say, frickin' Netflix is auto.
Yeah, I hate when Netflix does that.
Well, I don't have my audio cords hooked up, so that's in the podcast. So sorry for the Mongolian throat singing that just
Or
happened.
just waking them up if they fell asleep.
And no sleepers in the chat.
Yeah.
Resident sleeper.
No resident sleepers, please.
Yeah, it's only 8 episodes long. Came out last year. Okay.
Aight.
We'll check that out.
Yeah.
We might watch that in between a show, you know.
Yeah, we usually do animation between live action shows. So live action shows usually aren't as uplifting.
No.
Usually.
Well, that's the thing. I'm a little bit. Mr. Robot's gonna be so flipping heavy.
That's the TV I'm used to. So animation is like fantastic.
Okay, good.
I watched The Walking Dead for 6 seasons. I'm kind of prepared for anything at this point.
Okay, good. You're gonna need it. It's whew. I remember I watched like the first episode of that show and I was like, what am I getting into? Like what the flip am I doing? It's intense, but that's fine.
Yeah.
We can see Rami Malek do a funny hack move.
Yes, dude.
That's where the flipping hacker man thing comes from. You know that picture of him like with his arms crossed and the hoodie up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where that's from. So, I don't think there's a lot of memes from it, but just that one, you know, off the top of my head. Who knows? Maybe we'll spot some more.
Who knows?
Were there any in Adventure Time? I feel like there were, and we were like, oh, there it is.
Probably.
Yeah. The only one I can remember off the top of my head isn't even a meme. It's just Skooks used it in something, and
Actually, there was the Alex Jones one last night.
Oh yeah, they
That was
referenced Alex Jones in.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Nice.
They were
That would have been right around the time where that meme was at its peak too.
Yeah, man, that was out of left field.
Yeah.
It was like they were in like a ghost house, and like Jake was scared, and he was like, "I got hot blood going through it fast, and I'm coming." And then he was like,
I'm alive.
"I'm alive." Like what the? That's like one of the.
But like it was close enough where you could tell.
Well, the thing is that they said like 2 lines right after each other that were like pretty much the quote. I was like, "Whoa."
We have a lot of Alex Jones quotes ingrained into our brains. But that's why, which is
sometimes you have to know your enemy.
Yeah.
I've watched a lot of Alex Jones.
Yeah. An avid Alex Jones watcher he is.
It's kind of hard to watch him now. You kind of need like a satellite radio.
Very true.
Need like an AM radio at 2 a.m.
Apparently, whatever radios truckers use, is that satellite radio?
I think it might be. That or it's AM radio. Probably not AM radio though, because that connection usually is trash.
Well, whatever one's truckers
use ham radio, but I think that's just for relaying stuff back to each other.
Oh. Well,
but yeah, it's probably satellite radio.
Well, whatever radio they use, Alex Jones is still on that.
Okay.
So, I know that because the freaking founder of Jilly Juice. Do you remember Jilly Juice?
I do.
Yeah, she listened to Alex Jones. Her husband was a trucker. I don't know if he still is, but
yeah, I think that's a pretty common thing.
I feel.
To get about that crap.
Well, I mean, you gotta listen to something. So like they were just like they ran out of stuff, and apparently like I've never heard of like truckers doing this, but like she would like ride along, which I don't know. I don't know enough about the trucker world to know if that's a thing, but she did. And then they would listen to Alex Jones together. It wasn't like explicit when she was talking about it, but it was like she listened to famous conspiracy theories on the satellite radio. So it's like, yeah. I mean, there's only one that I know of, and he's the most prolific, so probably. So I guess you could say Alex Jones is a pretty cool guy. Oh no, wait, I'm not supposed to say that.
Cancelled on Twitter.
No, I didn't mean it. Listen, all I'm saying. Oh, okay, I was gonna make it. Don't. Never mind. I said.
Just stop.
No digging holes for you today.
Yeah.
He only does that in the gaming videos. And then I don't even keep half of them in, so it doesn't even matter.
Got him.
Not usually. I was just feeling especially spicy the other night.
You were also running on like very little sleep, so.
What do you do?
Or you're just extremely tired.
I don't know.
Probably.
Man, I don't know what it was. I think I was just really tired. I think that might have been the night that I got off at like 11.
That was the night we played Scribble, I think.
I haven't heard that name for a while.
Yeah.
Or sorry.
Scribble It.
It? Yeah, that's the
Oh yeah, no wonder I haven't heard Scribble for a while.
Yeah, we moved on to
The
bigger
new
and brighter things.
The free one on Steam, and there's Workshop.
$5, but free for everybody else.
Well, I offered to give you $1.75, and you turned me down.
I don't.
A book.
Just saying, if you're interested in that game, the good parts are $5, but like only one person has to pay it. So
Yeah. Which is cool.
yeah, cheaper than Jackbox.
That's
Yeah.
true, and you don't need as many people.
Yeah,
It's always good.
Man, I'm excited for when the boys can get together again. That new Jackbox is gonna be a grand slam.
yeah, that game's a slapper. We only played it like once.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of hard to do with 3 people. There's
Yeah.
some of those games that are gonna be.
How about 4? We could get Babjab.
We could. I don't. It would have to be a day that Babjab would be
It'd
here.
still be online.
Babjab's an Overwatch professional at this point, so I don't know.
Did you hear that Overwatch got delayed? Overwatch 2?
Yeah,
Overwatch.
Man, I bet Babjab is crying
I
right
bet
now.
that'd be pretty painful if I cared about Overwatch.
Probably.
What's the difference, anyways? Is it like
I don't know.
graphics or something?
I don't know.
What's the
Probably
difference?
it is.
What's
I
the
don't know.
difference between FIFA 2020 and FIFA 2019?
Oh, that's different though,
those are
because
sports games.
yeah, Overwatch is a
This
tactical
is
shooter,
Overwatch.
and it's an esport. Like, it's hard to just make a sequel that like early, even though your esports scene is pretty much dead at this point, because you're literally not feeding it. Also, they kind of created it not organically,
Yeah.
which means it's gonna die usually. But then Valorant came out, and literally every pro from most games just kind of started to switch. So they're kind of the one to beat going forward. Not directly this year, but like years to come.
I think it's new,
Yeah.
and all of the other esports are kind of stagnating, maybe.
And
I'm
having
not su-
having Riot as a developer, I think, is the biggest thing. Because
That's true.
Valve is hands off. Valve like lets whatever happen happen. All Valve does is step in and ban people.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, they literally don't care.
Yeah.
Like there was a cheating scandal for months, and then Valve didn't care until like it started costing them money.
That sounds about right.
And then Blizzard is Activision Blizzard is awful.
That is
I
true.
think people know that.
Yeah.
Call of Duty does not have an anti-cheat, and it's one of the biggest games in the world.
Yikes.
And Activision is a multi-billion-dollar company, and they do not have an anti-cheat for their game.
Mm-hmm.
So Siege has a pretty good esports scene. I guess Ubisoft's doing a good job with that, but I don't know.
Oh.
Riot's very hands-on. They're like, this is what you can do. We're gonna be very flexible. Like they communicate with everybody that they work with, tournament organizers, everything. So I think everybody's just kind of like, yeah, we'll be treated well over here.
That's true.
Every other game's just like, give me your money.
I don't. Maybe it's the Valorant team, but I've heard like horrible things about the League of Legends Riot.
Oh,
So my
Yeah,
guess is
it is
there's just
a
2
team.
different teams.
yeah. I mean, having like esports specialists in the Riot area
Mm-hmm.
is like, that's super cool compared to Valve because everything Valve is third party.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, you have people that know what they're doing.
Well, and
Not saying tournament organizers don't know what they're doing, but like having the actual like parent company be involved is cool.
mm-hmm. Well, plus they're super experienced in it because League has been like the biggest
League's the
esport
biggest.
ever.
Yeah.
So
League's at the point where they have halftime concerts at their Worlds events and everything. It's like huge.
yeah, that's crazy.
But yeah, Activision Blizzard is awful. Overwatch was kind of doomed to fail at the beginning and just every stage, I think. People still play it now. It's fun to play, but it gets extremely like draining.
Mm-hmm.
Like when me and Kyle played it when it first came out, we didn't touch competitive except for like 2 games, and those 2 games of competitive made me never want to touch the game again.
Nice.
Which is weird because I'm like incredibly into competitive shooters. And this game was just a complete turn off.
Yeah, that's weird.
But Babjab doesn't have to deal with that because he's 5 or 6 queuing or whatever.
Oh,
So
that is
and
true.
I would assume they're not like super high ranked or whatever.
Are they doing competitive?
Yeah.
Oh man.
So I think he just drops in as a healer though or whatever. But
Oh,
I don't know.
okay.
It's
Well,
weird though.
Pour one out for Babjab, I guess.
It's probably like Destiny where everybody hates it but keeps playing it.
Right. There was like this huge controversy with like Bungie like a week ago. I don't know what it was because
I don't
what don't expect me to care about Destiny. Are you kidding me?
kidding me?
I just saw that it was and I was like, is there anything spicy? And they're like, I couldn't figure out what everybody was yelling at, but they were like, we hate Bungie. And I was like, yeah, you guys have been hating Bungie forever.
It's hard to keep up with Destiny like news because a lot of it involves in-game stuff, and I don't know how the game functions.
Yeah.
So it's like all y'all are like complaining about some weird loot drop or something, but I also don't know what that means. So
It's a weird loot drop. What
I'm a
else?
Destiny 1 player. Got to dumb it down.
Well, they aren't even that different, are they? I mean,
I'm sure it's been upgraded and stuff.
yeah.
But I didn't even play the first one as much once like the raids and stuff got introduced because you needed so many people, and I only had like 3.
That's right. Yeah, I think I just played through like the first campaign of Destiny 1 because it was like free
That's
on
cool.
PlayStation Plus or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was all right. Peter Dinklage. Why'd they get rid of Peter Dinklage as the flipping orb? That's
Yeah. I don't. It's so like, come on.
that was so awesome.
Remember, everybody was like, "Yes, dude," and then Destiny 2 came out, and he wasn't the ghost guy, and I'm like, people like are not up in arms about that.
They got rid of him in Destiny 1.
Did they?
Yeah, they patched him out.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's why.
I don't know.
Come on, bruh.
It's Peter Dinklage. How are you gonna get rid of
Now I'm
him?
paying his royalties or something. Come on.
I don't know what happened there.
Okay, I played the game when Peter Dinklage was the funny Link
I-
butterfly
Or a
ghost thing.
veteran.
I didn't. I found out about it after. I'm like, what the flip? Peter Dinklage was this guy instead of just
Yeah,
generic
yeah.
robot voice?
It was epic.
I know. Ugh, Bungie sucks. It's just been downhill since Halo 3. Man. Who here is excited for Halo Infinite?
Oh boy,
Yeah. Monkey.
monkey.
Oh man. I feel bad for the people getting an Xbox just for Halo Infinite.
Yeah, I got a PC for Halo Infinite.
Even then, I don't even know.
If
I-
it looks good.
Yeah. I'm not a huge
Actually,
Halo guy.
When it comes out and people say it's good, then I'll be interested.
Yeah. I'm not usually a huge fan of Halo. It's just kind of the game you play when everybody wants to play something, you know?
It's nice and casual.
Yeah.
Unless you're playing like ranked multiplayer, then it's not. But
Which I don't know. Do people do that? I guess like
I mean, Halo is like one of the first esports.
that. Yeah,
so
that's true.
I'm sure that's where Ninja Blevins came from. So
Ooh.
That doesn't surprise me. I think
Yeah.
everybody came from Halo.
competitive Halo player.
Well, yeah, because, like, didn't Quake started online multiplayer,
Hmm.
but then I think Halo and Xbox Live is what popularized it on consoles because Quake was
On
PC.
consoles, at least. Yeah.
Quake and Unreal Tournament. Which, did you know there's a new Unreal Tournament?
Yes.
Is it good?
I played it when it was, I don't know if it's still free on Steam. I don't know why I played it, but it popped up and it's fun.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot of fast movement and just constantly bunny hopping around and doing a whole bunch of cool movement stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I couldn't see myself playing it for like a long time. At least
Yeah.
I was just playing casual modes, I think.
Oh.
I don't know how those tournaments used to work or how like the rules went or anything. But
Oh, yeah. I mean, all that early 2000s stuff, I don't know anything.
especially like StarCraft, like I'm not a wizard, so I can't tell you how that functions.
True. Man, StarCraft is like one of the craziest games to watch like professionals play. Like what? How do you know what to do here?
I don't know how League or
2,000 hours
StarCraft or
in
any
it.
of them function, so
Oh.
it's like I can't even watch it because I don't understand what's happening.
Yeah, I don't get MOBAs.
Yeah,
It's literally, honestly, it's not that hard, but the pros.
oh, I know it's not,
there's,
but
there's this stat that's like, oh, you click real fast, and it's where everyone's like, spin! Because it,
Spin.
like, increases their clicks to something, and like, I can get a lot of clicks, ha!
Oh.
Like, that's literally it. Like, I don't know. Like, that's the reason why there's those videos of people doing stuff, like, really fast. Like, that's it. Like,
I mean, I'm sure it's more than that, considering StarCraft was just absolute gigantic in Asia. But dumbed down, yeah.
Man. StarCraft is crazy.
I'm not a rocket scientist, so I can't understand it. But
Yeah.
if I was a NASA engineer, I'd probably enjoy some StarCraft.
I could build a couple turrets or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't even know what you do in StarCraft. It's
I'm just waiting for TF3.
man, if they made a TF3, it would be the game of the year. I guarantee it.
Yeah. I feel bad for the Team Fortress 2 community, but at the same time, I kind of don't. It's like, man, you guys are holding out hope for something that's just so far out of reach that, like, I don't know how people even play that game anymore.
I don't know. I think it's just nostalgia, and I mean, I could still see it fun if you have friends to play with. Like,
that's true.
there's enough maps, enough classes. Like, there's a good amount of fun in it. Well, I mean, if you get friends.
Yeah,
like,
but people still main that game and they expect updates. Like, every time Valve says something, everybody's like, TF2?
TF3?
Guys, it's been so long.
To be fair to the TF2 guys, I heard a rumor at the rumor mill.
It's always rumors. That's all it is.
But this isn't like specifically TF2. This is like
Okay.
more generally Valve stuff. There is reportedly multiple games being produced at Valve.
Wow.
But, you know, take that with a grain of salt because it's Valve news.
I can see it, but it is Valve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anytime it's like, hey, I found out some news about Valve, it's immediately probably a rumor or lie or
Probably
just
never happened.
yeah.
But if you look at it, Valve now has two direct competitors in games that they have that are popular. You have
That's
the
true.
TF2 creator making that other game that's going to come out in June.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Valorant, which is literally scalping the entire North American region of your professional scene.
Yeah.
So
Well, and Back
what
for
you can do
Blood.
about it, idiot. Yeah, Back for Blood. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now the ball's in Valve's court.
Well, I mean, and they made, well, they didn't make Half-Life 3, but they made a new Half-Life game. So that was the only thing that gave, like, a little bit of legitimacy to the claim that they're like, hey, we're going to be making games again. And I was like, well, maybe. I don't know. I can't trust you, Dave. Or Gabe. That's his name. I'm stupid. Same thing.
Dave.
Just switch the G to a D and the B to a V.
Yeah, I guess.
So I guess we'll see. I guess, you know,
I get it.
they did recently update Left 4 Dead 2 out of nowhere. That was unexpected.
That was a while ago, wasn't it? It's like
And
the axe and the.
Yeah, that was
yeah,
a
I mean,
while
like,
ago, but it
quote
was last.
unquote recently. You know?
It was in the past year.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe they have some trick up their sleeve. Although, if they make Portal 3 VR only, I'm going to throw such a
Yeah.
fit. That is like one of my favorite games, Portal 1 and 2. I love those games so
I will
much.
say it would be extremely fun, but make it VR and non-VR.
Do both.
Both your Valve.
Really should.
I'm like such a I have like such an appreciation for companies that do that. Even EA, which I don't like at all. They did flipping Star Wars Squadrons. You get VR day one for free, and you can just play the whole game in VR if you want to.
Exactly.
That's awesome. More games should do that. I'm looking at you, Half-Life Alex. Come out for real.
I've been
Coward.
looking for a headset for 2 years to play the game, but I still don't have one.
I know. I mean, I have the space here. I could,
You do.
yeah. I could do it here.
I mean,
Just put together a supercomputer.
yeah, the Quest 2.
It's just the same computer with a better processor.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Well, like, for a Quest 2, you'd still need a good PC to actually be able to play it. Well, no.
My PC's good.
I'm not touching the Quest 2 though.
That one's
There's-
too
There's
scary.
ways that you can play all your PC games on Quest 2 wirelessly, actually, without
Yeah,
like.
but I'm not signing up for a Quest 2.
I mean,
Facebook is scary.
as we've seen from Grant, everyone already has their info anyways. So
Yeah, but can't they just like turn off
Facebook
access to
just
your
bopped
games?
you. I got
Yeah.
bopped on Facebook for literally doing nothing.
Yeah,
I couldn't post for a class because they blocked my account from commenting,
because you're a
and I
libtard.
literally did nothing. Apparently, because I'm too radical on my political policies that I didn't post about on Facebook.
But yeah, you don't post on. That doesn't make sense.
I don't know. I haven't heard that much news about that happening anymore. But I mean, yeah, it could still be happening.
Yeah, I'm not
Probably
risking
is.
it. I also don't want to support Facebook like at all.
That's
So
a
I'm
good
just kind of
point.
chilling again.
Stick it to the man.
Haven't done it yet. Not gonna start now.
Yeah.
Well, there is one fun fact. Speaking of Facebook, apparently there's already a Quest 3 in the works. So
Awesome.
I believe it.
Nice one, Facebook.
here's to hoping that Deca Gear comes out in like what 2 months for YouTubers. Hopefully that's as good as it says, because it'll kill Facebook or not Facebook, but their
God, I hope
VR Quest. It'll
Just
kill
kills
Facebook.
Facebook.
The
A
HP looking pretty
VR
clean
headset
too.
from like what was it, Bangkok will kill Facebook.
Yes. That's the dream.
Yes. But yeah, no. That comes out in like 2 months. Hopefully it's incredibly good and like it's supposed to be. Or even if it's like 80% of what it's supposed to be, it's still gonna be like really good.
Yeah, a lot of people are avoiding Facebook like the plague. So,
That's a good
and
thing.
dude, like when it's the leading in the market of like a new industry, there's there's a high chances it can kind of like make companies be better than Facebook and have an upper hand.
Mhm.
Especially since they just bought Oculus, so it's not even like Facebook was doing the work. But
Well, they just control the back end, which is the scary part.
Which is the scariest part of
Facebook
it.
Has it.
here's your affordable headset that we can shut off at any time, and you can only have one Facebook account. So if you have other people in your household that want to use the Quest and have their own stuff on it, you can.
To be fair, I'm pretty sure they actually fixed that, but it was still like 2
Still,
months when they fixed
Stupid.
it. But
Yeah, I just don't trust them. It's not like it's like a.
yeah.
Mark's not going to be my meat chef. That's all I'm going to say.
Man, I really hope that Deca Gear is good, because it'll be what, like $300 and good, and we could finally play VR with the boys, maybe.
Exactly.
That would be flipping epic.
That's all I want.
Heck yes.
If it's like $300, yeah, that's like.
I think
nothing.
it's supposed to be that. I know they talked about a lot in like their Q&As that they're like, yeah, all these pieces are like cheap coming from China. Like we're we're a small business, so we're not gonna like gouge the price up. We're gonna actually want people to buy it because we're not Facebook, so they're trying to keep it as low as they can.
It's such a good marketing strategy.
Yeah.
We're not Facebook.
That too.
Put that on a t-shirt.
Exactly.
Oh, I guess the only downside is there's a wait list that's currently up. So yeah,
I mean, everything's getting.
it'll be as delayed as a GPU. I'm guessing for one.
Yeah,
I
probably.
mean, I would wait to get it until after it came out, and people made stuff about it, because the Quest 2 looked great, and Mark,
It is great.
it is
Besides all
great,
the
but
weird
yeah.
So the Decade Gear 1 comes, the first batch, which YouTubers get it like a month before, is May of this year. It's actually $450, but
That's still pretty good.
you're getting vibe quality tracking, or is it no index? The best tracking, I'm pretty sure.
Full body tracking?
Full body, facial, I'm pretty sure even mouth tracking. It's made a lot for VR chat and
It's gonna be a Black Mirror real quick, and I'm not ready for it.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking about that the other day. Ugh, so crazy.
Yeah, they don't have hip trackers or anything like that though.
Dang it!
But you can use stuff.
So I
If
can't twerk for
shake
the
my hips
boys.
like Shakira, then I'm not even gonna want it.
I want to
No
waka waka
twerking for the
Africa.
boys, I'm sorry.
All I wanted to do was waka waka Africa with the boys virtually.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to disappoint.
Frick, dude.
Freak indeed.
Well, we'll just have to see
Yeah.
eventually. Well,
I have the first music recommendation for 2021,
oh yeah?
which is weird because it's February.
What
But my
came
first
out?
recommendation, Weezer.
Weezer Africa?
Heck
Weezer,
yes.
not Africa.
Oh.
Weezer. They released their album last Friday.
Is it actually good?
It's actually good.
What the frick, really?
Which, to surprise everybody, it's actually good.
Wow.
Nice.
The best way I can describe it is the Beatles' Revolver mixed with Ben Folds 5.
Whoa.
But it works, and it's good.
That's killer.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to listen to it.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised. I was waiting to see how people felt about it before listening to it, because I didn't want to have my time wasted by Weezer.
Mm.
And everybody's like, "Hey, it's kind of slap still." I'm like, "Okay, I'll check it out." I mean, it's Weezer, so it's cheesy, but it's the good cheesy this time.
Is it like Pinkerton?
I haven't listened to Pinkerton,
Oh.
so
I've only
it probably is on par with that.
Okay. I wish that it had a cool cover like Ratitude. The flipping dog. That's the best one.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite albums.
Just like a dog running, just jumping through the air. It's awesome. Hurley is also pretty cool, where it's just the guy's face. And this one's just a little artsy.
Yeah, that one's like a CD jewel case with just some random guy on the cover.
I think that guy, he's an actor. His name, let me see. Hurley Weezer album cover. Yeah. American actor Jorge Hurley. Yeah.
I think I'd like Weezer a lot more if they weren't the most hit or miss band in the world.
Yeah. Which, I mean,
But it's fun.
We just praised Ratitude. It's kind of regarded as one of the worst Weezer albums.
It looks so cool.
But the album cover is so awesome.
It looks so cool.
I mean, the Teal album is probably the best Weezer album.
Yeah, for sure. Where the drums are mixed extremely loud compared to everything else.
Yep. I think, unfortunately, I've listened to that whole album 4 times.
Yeah, no, this one's good Weezer, so.
Okay. I'm a little bit embarrassed to say this, but I'm not entirely well versed in my Weezer knowledge.
I am not at all.
Because I'm not.
I've been starved for new music this year because there hasn't been a lot yet, which is weird.
Well, RMR dropped that new track.
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
good.
Not, I'm talking like full albums though. There's been singles here or there that have been absolute slappers, but
Yeah.
other than that, it's kind of waiting because I know that like literally every artist I want to drop this year will probably drop, but it's just waiting.
When is Drake coming out?
It was supposed to be last month.
What?
Apparently, that knee injury is doing him really bad.
Oh,
His
wait.
knee
Why
that
do
he
you need?
can't tour on anyways, I don't know. He's
Wait.
making up weird excuses.
Wait, why do you need a knee? Like, can't you just wheel in and rap?
Yeah, if he would even be able to do that because there's no tours yet, so it doesn't even matter if his knee is broken or not. Come on, Drake.
How did he get a knee injury?
I think some like exercise accident or something. Probably.
Sure. He was probably capped.
He
He's got a lot of enemies.
Heart shaved into his head, and then people started kneecapping him.
Well, he's got a lot of enemies. Got
Yeah,
a lot of
and
people
it's
trying to
good
drain
for
me
me.
of my energies.
My energies.
Yeah. I don't know. Hopefully that one is like super good.
I hope so.
Probably will be, knowing
I-
Drake.
I mean, the title like Certified Lover Boy, it better be good. Otherwise, you're getting clowned for the rest of your life.
Yeah. I mean, if the Tootsie Slide is any, like,
Please don't put that on the new album.
it probably is, right?
I mean, there's been a lot of artists that have had singles that have flopped, and then they just don't put it on the like coming album because they learned from it. I hope Drake takes the number in that.
Did Tootsie Slide fail?
I would consider it a failure.
I would too, but does he? Like, everybody was
that's a good
talking
point.
about it.
I don't know if Drake has yes men like Kanye. Although after Scorpion, he might. I don't know. Not like Scorpion was like awful. It was just bloated.
Wasn't
I don't
that on the flipping Rolling Stones list?
Scorpion?
Am I
I
bullying?
hope not. I think you're bullying.
Okay.
I don't think Scorpion would be. I know there was Drake albums in like the top 100.
I thought I saw Scorpion like in the later half.
Oh,
Maybe
well, that'd
I'm
be a
bullying.
mistake. But I
Let me
mean,
look
Rolling
it up.
Stones make a lot of mistakes. So
Yeah, as we said in our video
we
that's out right now.
yeah,
So,
Weezer Pinkerton wasn't even in the top 50. So I don't know.
was it on the list?
I'm sure it was. Yeah,
Weezer Pinkerton is probably my favorite
I
album.
don't know. I can only take so much Weezer. It's like awkward nerd sad songs, so it's like it gets corny to the point where it's like I don't know. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Instrumentation on this one is too good.
Okay. I like Pork and Beans.
It's like 10 bricks over and over again,
Oh, really?
kind of.
I like
The
Brick.
way they do their chord structure into the choruses, it's very brick.
Is it? Yeah. Okay. I'll have to give it a listen. I mean, I don't have anything else to do tomorrow besides edit this podcast.
There you go.
Takes like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm scrolling through the last half of the Rolling Stones, and I'm not seeing it.
I hope it's
So-
not in there.
It might. I feel like I saw it though.
It might be. I mean, I wouldn't put past Rolling Stone. I mean, I guess that had God's Plan on it, so
Oh.
probably the people at Rolling Stone are like, God's Plan's one of the biggest songs ever, so it has to be a good album.
Yeah,
These are the people that put 5 Beatles albums in the top 50. So
that is true. I think. Okay, I see the. This might be it, but I'm gonna keep looking. But I just noticed in 442, the Weeknd's "Beauty Behind the Madness" is there, and I think
it's a similar cover.
Yeah, so I think that might be what it is, but I'm just gonna keep looking for just a little bit. There's the Yes album. That's pretty funny.
They put Beauty Behind the Madness.
It's
I thought they would have put like Trilogy or something. Although there might be Trilogy later on.
I don't know. I'm just looking for Scorpion. I looked through this before. It's just, it's been a bit.
The Weeknd has the halftime show at the Super Bowl this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it might be
Pretty-
good this year.
Pretty hyped for that. Yeah, it's gonna be a good halftime show.
Oh, hopefully.
As long as they don't like bop them and be like, you have to do this, which I doubt they'll do.
Who else
But-
is playing?
Miley Cyrus is doing a pregame show,
Oh,
but I'm not interested in 80s ballads that should have came out in the 80s.
Yeah.
by someone who's gone through 17 genre shifts and have failed at 90% of them.
Yeah.
Even though I've heard that album is good, I can't bring myself to listen to Miley Cyrus singing 80s rock songs because that sounds like such like a turn off.
Yeah. I listened to the. Well, I mean, didn't we all? We listened to the Edge of 17 one.
Yeah.
That one. I mean, it was good, but also
Yeah,
how much of that was.
Much of a song, so it's like it has to be good.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, I don't know. It's like, how much do I attribute to Miley Cyrus and how much do I attribute to Stevie Nicks?
Yeah.
You know?
But I don't think The Weeknd has any like it. Last year was like, what was it, Shakira and J-Lo?
Yeah.
I don't think it's like any combos like that. I mean, The Weeknd can do a halftime show by himself and probably have it be better than a majority of the recent ones.
Probably.
After Hours being 80s like inspired and amazing, like you're not going to get all the boomers being like, who the heck is Travis Scott?
Oh, yeah. No, people know. I feel like most people know The Weeknd.
Yeah, he's a household name at this point, I would think.
I mean, the flipping, like, his hair, like, I feel like everybody was talking about that when he had that hairstyle.
Yeah. Now he's just got the Coke afro.
Yeah, and funny nose.
Yeah.
In the funny music video.
I hope he comes up with the full bandage face at the halftime show again.
Maybe. Or will he come out in the prosthetics?
I don't think he'll do that. That'd be weird.
It would be weird. But also, I could see... I mean, it's the halftime show of the Super Bowl.
I think he's going to do something that aligns with, like, his recent, like, changing his appearance for everything.
I guess we'll have to see.
Yeah. But first halftime show I'm excited with. I could care less about the actual game, but...
Who's playing?
You know, the Buccaneers and the Chiefs.
Oh. That's Patrick Mahomes.
Yes.
See, I know football.
Yeah, you know football.
Yeah. Man, California.
What team is Tom Brady on?
He was on the Patriots. Didn't he just leave?
Yes.
I don't know where he is now. Oh, wait. Isn't he in the flipping, the Florida team?
Yes.
Yeah, the Dolphins.
He's in the Super Bowl again.
Oh. Wait, what the flip? I didn't know Casey Musgroves. Am I flipping crazy? How did I not notice that? Okay. I'm learning all sorts of new things looking back at this list.
Yeah, they put a lot of stuff on there.
Yeah.
It's like easy to glance over. I mean, we've spent like hours looking at the top 50, but the rest of the list is kind of gray. Yeah, there's like 17 Joni Mitchell albums like in the 500.
That doesn't surprise me. It's pretty good. I don't know if you... Yeah. While I was editing the flipping thing, I was listening to the instrumentals of those songs. And, yeah, pretty good.
I just can't hear.
I think it was ruining it when her voice was in it.
Yeah.
So when I was listening,
you get to enjoy half of it.
Just half of it. Which I guess is, whatever. Okay, I'm in like 215. I feel like Scorpions is not higher than this.
Yeah, if it's anything above 400, I'm suing. So
okay, I could swear I saw it, but it might just be that Weeknd
probably
album.
The Weeknd cover. They're very similar.
Man, D for the Tillerman is in here.
Yeah.
Okay, I like some of Cat Stevens' stuff, but he is not my go-to. He's a little bit hippy-dippy.
A little bit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it's any indication, he changed his name legally from Cat Stevens to Yusuf Islam. So he's a little bit,
Okay.
Which I think his record label made him drop the Islam part. So I think his name is just Cat Stevens / Yusuf. Man, what the man. They got like the worst James Taylor album on. Oh, but damn, beat it. I bet. Well, I don't have any problems with that.
Put James Taylor over a majority of the people on that list, I'm gonna be angry.
It's like, I mean, it is the majority. It's see. James Taylor, which it's Sweet Baby James, which has Fire and Rain and Sweet Baby James. So it's like one of his biggest ones. It's 182. So it is the majority, but it's like
Technically.
it's one of his better ones. But I just don't like it, whatever. This is a rambling episode of the podcast.
Well, it's got your gears grinding.
What's got my gears grinding?
What's grinding your gears? Yeah.
I don't know. You got anything that's grinding your gears?
Yes.
What is it?
All right.
3,